Let us hear our first scripture reading taken from the Gospel of John, chapter 19, verses 1 to 16. Then Pilate took Jesus and had him flogged, and the soldiers wove a crown of thorns. They put it on his head, and they dressed him in a purple robe. They kept coming up to him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews," and striking him on the face. When Pilate went out again, he said to them, "Look, I'm bringing to you to let you know that I find no case against him." So when Jesus came out wearing a crown of thorns and the purple robe, Pilate said to them, "Here is the man." When the chief priests and the police saw him, they shouted, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" Pilate said to him, "Take yourselves and crucify him. I find no case against him." The Jews answered, "We have a law, and according to that law he ought to die, because he claimed to be the Son of God." Now when Pilate heard this, he was more afraid than ever. He entered the headquarters and again asked Jesus, "Where are you from?" But Jesus gave him no answer. Pilate therefore said to him, "Do you refuse to speak to me? Do you not know that I have the power to release you and the power to crucify you?" Jesus answered, "You would have no power over me unless it had been given to you from above. Therefore the one who handed me over to you is guilty of a greater sin." From then on, Pilate tried to release him, but the Jews cried out, "If you release this man, you are no friend of the emperor. And everyone who claims to be the king sets himself against the emperor." When Pilate heard these words, he brought Jesus outside and sat on the judge's bench at the place called the Stone Pavement, or in Hebrew, Gabbatha. Now it was the day of the preparation for the Passover, and it was about noon. He said to the Jews, "Here is your king." They cried out, "Away with him! Away with him! Crucify him!" Pilate asked, "Shall I crucify your king?" The chief priests answered, "We have no king, but an emperor." Then he handed them over to them to be crucified.